You're sitting at your desk, staring at the clock, counting down the minutes until your workday is over. You've mastered the art of looking busy. But inside, there's a restlessness, a sense that you're meant for more than punching in and out, answering emails, and working on someone else's dream. You dream of freedom, of owning your time, of creating something meaningful. But every time you think about leaving that steady paycheck behind, doubts creep in. What if you fail? What if you're not cut out for entrepreneurship? That's where mindset comes in. Shifting from employee to entrepreneur isn't just about changing what you do, it's about changing how you think. And that's where so many people get stuck. The truth is, becoming an entrepreneur doesn't start with quitting your job or launching a business. It starts in your mind. Why your current mindset is holding you back as an employee. You've been conditioned to think in a certain way. You've been trained to seek security, follow instructions, and measure success by stability and promotions. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to break free and build wealth as an entrepreneur, you need a whole new way of looking at the world. Here's the deal. The employee mindset is rooted in scarcity and limitation. It's all about staying safe, protecting what you have, rather than going after what you could gain. It's about trading your time for money, believing that the only way to get ahead is to work harder, longer hours. This mindset values security over risk, predictability over possibility, and comfort over growth. In contrast, the entrepreneurial mindset is built on abundance and opportunity. Entrepreneurs see problems as potential profits. They think creatively, question norms, and most importantly, they see failure as feedback, not a dead end. They're willing to bet on themselves because they understand that building wealth requires stepping outside the comfort zone. They know that the greatest rewards come to those who are willing to take the greatest risks, breaking free from the employee mindset. So how do you start thinking like an entrepreneur when all you've known is the employee mindset? It starts with identifying and dismantling the beliefs that are holding you back. Stop valuing time over impact. As an employee, you're paid based on the time you put in, not necessarily on the value you create. This is why so many people get stuck in the mindset that the only way to make more money is to work more hours. Entrepreneurs know that it's not about trading hours for dollars. Instead, it's about creating something that can generate revenue, even when you're not working. Think about it. A successful business owner can make money while they sleep because they've built systems and products that work for them. To make this shift, start by questioning the value you bring to the table. Instead of asking, "How can I work more?" ask, "How can I create more impact?" When you focus on value and impact, your earning potential becomes unlimited. Embrace risk, but learn to manage it. One of the biggest mental hurdles is the fear of losing a steady paycheck. But here's the thing, security is an illusion. Even the most stable job can disappear overnight, and relying on a single source of income is actually one of the riskiest financial positions you can be in. Entrepreneurs understand that risk is a part of the game, but they don't just take blind leaps. They assess risks, make calculated moves, and build multiple streams of income. To shift your mindset, start small. Take on a side hustle, invest in your skills, or set aside a small amount each month to fund a future venture. This way, you're building a tolerance for risk while still having a safety net. See failure as a stepping stone. In the employee world, failure is something to avoid at all costs. It's the thing that could get you demoted, reprimanded, or fired. But for entrepreneurs, failure is data. It's a way to learn what doesn't work so you can move closer to what does. This mindset shift can be a game changer. When you stop fearing failure, you free yourself to take bold actions. You're willing to try, experiment, and innovate. The goal isn't to avoid mistakes, it's to make them quickly and learn from them. The mental traps that lead to self-sabotage. Even when you've started to shift your mindset, self-sabotage can creep in. This is especially true when you're transitioning from employee to entrepreneur because your brain is wired to protect you from the unknown. Let's talk about the most common traps and how to overcome them. The perfectionism trap. Perfectionism is often seen as a positive trait in the workplace, but it's deadly for entrepreneurs. When you're building something from scratch, waiting until everything is perfect means you'll never get started. Entrepreneurs know that done is better than perfect. They launch, test, and iterate. They get their ideas out there and improve them based on real-world feedback. To break free from perfectionism, start by setting a launch date for your first project, product, or service, and stick to it. Allow yourself to put out a version 1.0 and improve as you go. Remember, every successful entrepreneur started somewhere, and their first version wasn't perfect either. The overthinking trap. When you're used to following a predictable routine, the idea of starting your own business can feel overwhelming. What should you sell? How should you market it? What if people don't buy? This kind of overthinking can paralyze you before you even begin. The key is to shift from thinking to action. Pick a small, achievable goal and go for it. Take one tiny step each day toward your vision. Make that call, send that email, create that social media post. The more you do, the more momentum you'll build, and the less room there is for overthinking. The scarcity trap. Employees are trained to compete for raises, promotions, and recognition. This creates a scarcity mindset where there's a limited amount of success to go around. Entrepreneurs, on the other hand, know that the pie is infinite. Wealth is not a zero-sum game. One person's success doesn't take away from another's. To break this mindset, practice collaboration over competition. Reach out to others in your industry. Share ideas, support each other's projects, and focus on creating value rather than hoarding it. This not only opens up new opportunities, but also rewires your brain to see the world as a place of abundance. Building an entrepreneurial mindset, shifting your mindset is one thing. Maintaining it is another. To truly make the leap from employee to entrepreneur, you need to build mental habits that support your new way of thinking. Here's how. Create a vision board. Entrepreneurs think long-term. They have a vision for where they want to go, and that vision guides their decisions. Create a vision board that represents your entrepreneurial dreams, the lifestyle you want, the impact you want to make, the business you want to build. Keep it where you can see it every day. This visual reminder will help keep your focus on the bigger picture, even when day-to-day challenges arise. Surround yourself with like-minded people. If you're trying to adopt an entrepreneurial mindset while surrounded by people who are stuck in the 9-to-5 grind, it's going to be tough. Seek out communities of entrepreneurs. Join online groups, attend meetups, or find a mentor. Surrounding yourself with people who are already where you want to be will normalize entrepreneurship for you. It will show you what's possible and keep you motivated when the going gets tough. Reframe your self-talk. Your inner dialogue shapes your reality. If you catch yourself saying, "I can't," "What if I fail?" or "I'm not ready," stop and reframe it. Replace negative thoughts with empowering ones. "I'm capable of learning." "Every failure is a lesson." "I'm building something valuable." This small shift in language can have a huge impact on your mindset over time. Build a routine that supports growth. One of the biggest benefits of entrepreneurship is freedom, but without structure, it's easy to fall into bad habits. Create a daily routine that prioritizes growth. Set aside time for learning, whether it's reading, taking courses, or listening to podcasts. Schedule time for networking, strategizing, and planning. The goal is to build habits that support your entrepreneurial journey, so when challenges arise, your mindset is strong enough to handle them. Taking the leap. Practical steps for transitioning. Finally, let's talk about taking action. Shifting your mindset is crucial, but you also need a plan to turn your vision into reality. Here are some practical steps for making the leap from employee to entrepreneur. Start while you're still employed. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow to become an entrepreneur. In fact, starting a side hustle while you're still employed is a smart way to transition. It allows you to test your business idea, build your skills, and create a financial cushion before you take the full leap. Save a financial runway. Building a business takes time, and you don't want to be stressed about paying bills while you're trying to get it off the ground. Aim to save at least 6 months' worth of living expenses before you quit your job. This runway will give you the freedom to focus on building your business without desperation creeping in. Develop marketable skills. Identify the skills you'll need as an entrepreneur and start building them now. Whether it's marketing, sales, or tech skills, investing in yourself is one of the best things you can do. The more skills you have, the more confident you'll feel when you finally take the plunge. Set milestones, not deadlines. Instead of setting a strict deadline for when you'll quit your job, set milestones. For example, I'll go full-time on my business when I have 10 consistent clients, or I'll leave my job when my side income reaches 75% of my salary. This approach is more flexible and allows you to transition when the time is right. Final thoughts. Becoming the entrepreneur of your dreams. The journey from employee to entrepreneur isn't easy, but it's one of the most rewarding paths you can take. It requires courage, persistence, and above all, the willingness to change the way you think. But once you make that shift, the possibilities are endless. You can create a life of freedom, build wealth on your terms, and wake up every day excited to work on something that truly matters. So take that first step. Challenge your beliefs, build your entrepreneurial mindset, and start creating the life you've been dreaming of. Because the only thing standing between you and your vision is the way you think. Change your mindset, and you'll change your life.